What's up, guys? I'm back with another how-to video, but first I want to go over something with you. If you've never played Smite before, then you don't know the struggle of playing with random people. I'm going to give you a little example here. As you can see, I just seen Zeus go to the right side, so he's going after my mana buff. I also hear him. Me and Thanatos pursue, he backs off. They're able to steal the mana buff, so I'm backing away, but our Thanatos decides to stay. I throw the dragon down to try to help him, but he just gets overwhelmed and dies. Now we got this guy. He sees what happened to Thanatos. He sees me retreating, but yet he runs in after him. So I try to help by coming around, but the Hercules zones me out, basically. So there's nothing I can do to help him, and then he dies. So we're down 2 kills because the randoms won't pay attention, and they was able to tower dive and take me out, and I'm just like... But anyway, I told you this is a how-to build, or a video, and that's what it's going to be. Kukulkan is one of my favorite gods. As you can tell, I have him diamond. I do have a tendency to diamond a character and then just quit playing them all together pretty much though. But on to the items. Items always start out with Book of Thoth. And I follow that up with Shoes of the Magi or the cooldown boots. Now after the boots, it basically depends on what you want to do. In this particular video, I went with Obsidian Shard. Then I went to Gem of Isolation. But you can reverse the roles if you want. You can go Gem of Iso first, then Obsidian Shard. It doesn't really matter. As long as you have the two, they're necessary for the build. Those are my first 4 items. My 5th item is probably my most favorite item for a mage, and that's Polynomicon. Polynomicon is probably, if not the best item for a mage that I could think of. The last but most certainly not least item on my list here is Rod of Tahuti. The Rod of Tahuti is a fantastic item, just basically for about every mage in general, because of the 125 magical power that it gives you, plus the additional power that it gives you off of its passive. Fantastic item to top off this build. Now as far as tip wise, with Kukulkan, I always like to throw my like if I'm engaging an enemy, I like to throw my tornado on top of them to try to proc my Gem of Isolation. If the Gem of Isolation is procced, they're an easier target for your 1. Now your 1 does quite a bit of damage itself, especially on a squishier target like a mage or a hunter or an assassin. And then you follow it up with your with your 1 basic attack that procs your Polynomicon. Once your Polynomicon hits, you basically start one-hitting these guys with it because it's just so strong. One of the things that I do like about Kukulkan is his passive in general. The more mana that he has, the stronger that his abilities are. So the more mana-based items you buy, the stronger Kukulkan gets. That's basically the tips on how to play him. I mean, all you really gotta do is aim, as far as engaging another enemy. I mean, he's a fantastic wave clear god, and I would rather have him on my team than fight against him. Now, the ultimate is a little bit harder to hit because it takes a few moments for it to take effect. So, I mean, you can use your 1 ability to slow them, but it's always not a guaranteed hit unless you're right on top of them. If you're basically right up in each other's face, then you have a better chance of hitting them with your dragon than catching them with the tip end of it. Now, mind you, I've had some lucky dragon shots before, but very few and far between do I get a lucky one. Like right here, I try to do it through the wall. I don't, I don't get nothing. You know, it's just, it's hard to aim his ultimate, but when you do hit with it, it does a ton. And it's basically just about a one hit to any of the squishy targets once you get built up. Now with relics, I always go with either Aegis or purification beads, and I always use them both. I really don't even think that there's a mage that I don't use these two relics on, just because of, where the mage is squishy, that they get targeted quite a bit, and having the purification beads and the Aegis to lessen your chances of dying and bettering the chances of your team succeeding in the team fight. That's with every mage. For me, this is how, like I always say, these are my builds. You may know a better way to build Kukulkan, and that's fine. I never said that my build is pro. You need to build it the way that I do it in order to win. That's not the way it is. My build is the way that I play the game. And it may not be the right way, but it works. I've gotten a lot of kills, and I've played Kukulkan quite a lot, and this build works very well. I use it every single time. Now, some of the guys that I have played with on here, I always said that they would rather have cooldown than the power and penetration from Kukulkan. Which you can put your tornadoes down a lot more, but the real power comes from your one and your basic attack. To me, I just think that the tornadoes is either a setup move or a wave clear. I use the tornadoes to set up for my one or my X, whatever, and then my basic attack usually kills the opposition if I get the hit. If not, then it doesn't. Now, guys, if you still made it in this far to the video, I appreciate you watching it. It means a lot to me that I get at least one view and one comment on the video. That's all that matters. As long as, at least, like I always say, as long as one person enjoys my content, I'm cool with it. I don't, it doesn't really matter. I love making these videos, and I like sharing them with you because it's just fun to do. I don't know any other way to do it. But look at that achievement. Give me that achievement. I've actually been trying to get that achievement for the longest time, and never been able to get it. So if you are after that achievement, keep playing the joust game until one of the oppositions disconnect at an early time. Once you get built up some, run straight to the spawn and ult it, and you'll get that achievement. And basically that achievement is just to kill an enemy with your ultimate in one hit without doing any additional damage, just your ultimate. Now, like I was saying though, guys, if you're new to my channel, I do some of these builds here, and I play some of the Super Nintendo games that I played, when I was young. Right now I'm currently playing ActRaiser, the first one. I'm almost finished with that, so after I get through with that one, I may move on to something different. But, if you're new to my channel and you want to subscribe, please hit that subscribe button. It's in the bottom right side of the screen. It's hard to see, but I'm going to be trying to make a new one here pretty soon, because that one is like super small, and I don't know why. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, just hit that subscribe button for me, guys. Leave me a thumbs up. If you want to see a different god, put it down in the comments, and I'll try to get to it as soon as I can. And I'll see you in the next one, guys.